Pudding's such a fun word, and he ruined it.
Yeah, he did.
He's ruined kind of all
No,
gelatin,
the word.
like,
No, just
desserts.
the word. Just
Yeah.
all Jell-O.
Yeah, all gelatin. Anything that kind of shakes and it doesn't have a natural form,
Sweaters.
It
That you
feels.
can mix well with pills.
It just
yeah.
it feels dangerous to me.
Yeah.
Just not gonna take that risk.
Also, when you become an adult and you're
deteriorating
eating pudding and Jell-O, you just seem creepy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a creepy food to eat, especially without a spoon. Have you ever ate Jell-O just with your mouth?
Well, that's not creepy. That's just you need to get your life together.
I don't
You need to
understand what
wash
you're
the
saying.
one spoon in your sink.
Dumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Or
why did
pudding
you do
without
that?
a spoon.
Why?
I just didn't have clean utensils.
Right.
So I was in bed in the dark just eating pudding
Ugh.
just with my mouth.
I hope things work out with this girl.
People at Starbucks hate you.
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
They hate anyone.
It's pronounced me. Sorry.
Yeah, meh. I think it's
Meh.
meh.
I can't.
They hate meh.
They have the same demeanor as people who at the ticketing counter for airlines, where they can tune out anyone in front of them.
They have to, though.
They have
It's a
to.
very
I know
tough
it's a
job.
survival technique.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because people are taking it entirely too seriously, which I get. Like, as somebody that doesn't spend $5 on a beverage very often, it is kind of like, if it's fucked up, it's like, yo, that's a waste. Like, I'm not gonna drink this. I got a chai latte and it tasted so disgusting, and I won't give it back. But I will also drink
we
it because
talked
I'm
about
not gonna
this.
waste it. And I was angry for the rest of the day that I
Liz,
drank this
why
disgusting
won't you give it
chai.
back?
Liz,
I
give
spent
it back.
$4.50 on.
Liz,
I
give
can't.
it back.
I can't because they're not gonna do. Because I already drank it, so they're not gonna do anything with it. They're just gonna throw it out, and then I just think of the world, and then I have to drink it
Use
because
the
I can't
same
waste
cup.
anything.
No, they're gonna throw it out. You're gonna waste it too. You should get what you want. And if that means that person doesn't know that they're making shitty chai lattes, then the next person's that's gonna produce more waste because people are gonna throw those out in the future after you, unless he learns that his chai tastes gross. So you gotta stop. You gotta call that out. I can't stand when I'm dining with someone and they're too, like, they feel too bad giving food back, so they just kind of like pick at it. It's just like, ask for what you deserve. You need to ask for that chai latte redone. I can't.
If it
Pay
was
$5.
I know that
for liquid. And
I know. And when I make
90% ice.
I know. And when I make that choice, I'm just like, I'm treating myself. I'm just like, you deserve this.
And
then
then you
when
won't
it's
be
gross,
mad all day.
Oh no. I mean, there's people got yelled at on the subway because of that chai latte.
Exactly.
So you take it out
People
on them
If I had kids, somebody would have got hit. Like,
with the chai.
yeah, with the chai, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you drink it.
Yeah, you're right.
But after you finish most of it.
Which has got to be so sad that, like, I think of some of the bad days my mom had, and I'm just like, she didn't have the cup of coffee she needed. Like, that's really what it was.
Things that happen throughout your day that I always say it about guys who don't watch like, if I have a crush on a guy and he doesn't watch my Instagram story that I posted only for him.
Yeah.
Then I'm literally
You
meaner
wasted
to
my day.
everyone in my life, and everyone suffers. And I just call my mom. So, like, when you call your mom so you can get your aggression out because you can't yell at other people because Andrew's underground on the train or something.
Yeah.
And so he can't take the
I heard
call.
you.
I just scream into the night.
Yeah. I got your
energy.
service.
The
I got
energy
your
of it.
service. Yeah, I felt it. Giddy in the subway. Giddy kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if we don't stand up for ourselves, these things build, and then we take them out on our loved
But what
ones.
I feel bad about, I don't feel bad as much as like a chain, because this was like a mom and pop kind of coffee place. Like a chain, I think I could give it back because it's like, it's not their money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like a part of me is just like, you wouldn't be charging $5 for a cup of coffee if this was like I don't want to say a real business, but if it was like a lucrative business.
Right, but it still costs them nothing. Get your chai. Please, next time it's bad, will you just ask for what you want back? You deserve it. You spent $5, and it's nothing out of their time to remake it.
The only time I've ever given something back, I had, what do you call it? A green tea latte, but I got it iced, and I had never gotten it iced before, and it tasted like grass clippings. And I was like, I took a sip, and I was like, I can't do this.
Good.
I was like, this isn't okay. And the woman's like, this is what it is. And I was like, you shouldn't sell this.
Good.
I was like, this is really, like, it's not like it's not a taste.
Smell tastes
This
like
is-
the Gap fragrance
Yeah.
from 1996.
And it was like,
grass.
and there was
we
chunks,
all knew it.
Whatever,
we all loved it.
whatever that
Woods
powder was,
by
it was
Abercrombie?
chunks of that powder. Like
the matcha or like
yeah, it was the grossest thing
Yeah.
I've ever. And I was just like, I can't. And she was like, do you want another drink? I was like, no, I'm done drinking today. I was like,
no more fluids for for me because
like,
this
no.
tasted
I was
like
I
a
just want my
lawn.
money back. I was
Yeah,
like,
there are some times where you're just like, how does anyone eat this? It's so disgusting. I mean, I feel that way about meat now, but I'm not going to get on that train. But I just don't get it when people are like, this steak has a thing on it. I'm like, yeah, it's a disgusting dead animal. Take it with whatever thing is on it. That it's more gross than anything that might be infiltrating it. Yeah. Dropping a piece of meat on the floor and then not eating it. Oh, really? Already what you're eating is worse than whatever is on that floor. You're eating the life of a suffering animal. Okay, I shouldn't get onto this. We got to go to break. I wish I didn't feel this way. I miss eating meat. I really do. I wish I didn't feel this way, but I do, and I can't stop. We're going to get to a new segment we have on the show. It's time for Good Question. Today's good question is, what's something you would do if society didn't find it unethical? What is something you would do if society didn't find it unethical? Liz, I'll start with you.
can I have 2?
Sure.
Actually, I have like 7, but
Okay.
I'll narrow it down to 2.
Narrow it down.
Littering. Definitely littering. And I like really go out of my way not to be like an awful person, but I've had days where I'm like just literally carrying my trash, and I just think if I didn't care so much, and if other people didn't care, and if there wasn't a fine, this wouldn't be in my hand right now.
And the funny thing is, Liz, people litter all the time.
It
And
makes
they
me
live in a
so
world
angry.
where it doesn't seem unethical to them. They just throw it on the ground.
It
and
makes
it's
me so angry.
me too. And we're women, so we can't confront half the people that
Oh,
are
I would
doing
never.
it, really. Or even,
I watched a woman. I was sitting at the train, and I watched a woman sitting next to, like, we were on the platform, sitting next to a trash can, get up and drop it on the where the subway is. And I was like, "You're sitting next to a trash can." Like, I gave her the dirtiest look. I was like, "It took more effort for you to throw it onto the tracks where every sign is telling you not to do that. Why would you do like it?"
because she was probably molested.
Sounds like you
She
had a bad
suffered.
chai that day.
She
I did have a bad time.
Whenever someone is like acting out against society and like just being loud and obnoxious in the world, it's because they're so much pain inside. I just see that as like you need to like let people who just shove you and go like, "Hey man," like they just want to fight because they've been beat by their parents. Probably
Why
is
can't
what
you
I
look
think.
at pictures of animals on the internet and calm the fuck down. Like, I just don't understand.
They want to kill. They want to beat those animals. They're so filled with anger. I think that littering really comes from like just you can tell that person probably doesn't take care of themselves. Because
Yeah.
why would you care about the earth if you cared about yourself?
That's one of the major things I see littered is like cigarette packs. Like they'll take the wrapper off and they just throw it down.
It's nuts.
And you're just like, what? And then you think, all right, they are putting like toxins in their body. Like it is like
You're right.
completely like
They're littering
what am I
their
gonna
lungs.
be? Yeah. Like what am I gonna be like? Hey man, some of us live here.
Yeah. You're right. That's a good one.
People have a less reaction to you hitting your kids than you are to littering.
Absolutely.
I firmly believe that.
So start throwing litter on your kids.
And people will be like, hey, some
Yeah,
of us
then-
live here, buddy.
Then people will call Child Protective Services.
And the other one's murder. I'm a big fan of murder.
Oh,
Who would you murder?
Oh, so many people. I
Do
mean,
you have a list?
And how would you?
honestly, I think guns are wrong, but I think stabbings are fine.
Okay,
I think
okay.
if you're willing to like commit.
Listen,
and-
I'm willing to hear you out on this. I'm gonna open my
Yeah,
mind.
I'm open ears.
Okay, if you're willing to commit.
If you're willing to commit, if you're willing to make eye contact and live with that for the rest of your life, I think you
Okay.
should be allowed.
That is an interesting
You know it's
question.
going
though.
to take a few stabs, though.
Oh yeah, of course. And also like I have one ab, and if they get like right in that ab, it's gonna I could
Wait.
I think I could
Wait,
really
why are
fend
you
it off.
stabbing yourself?
Why are you stabbing yourself?
I'm just saying if somebody's stabbing me.
Oh, if they're stabbing you back, you
Yeah.
want it to be an even fight. You
Yeah,
want them
no,
to
of
be able
course.
to.
No, I'm not gonna not let them have a knife.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I'm mad. I'm letting you know. I'm like
trying to
literally.
think.
Could you imagine you go on the subway and you're like, I don't like your face. Get ready. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dueling.
Yeah. Like,
Who would you murder? Like, I'm trying to think if I had to murder someone today, who would it be?
people that don't have headphones in public places.
I mean, that.
I'm standing by that. I was thinking there's either got to be a charity of cheap, because the headphones are already cheap to begin with. Like you can get like these kind of like $3 headphones or
Yeah.
like the ones you get for free on the plane. but like I was thinking of collecting them and then just having a little note and handing to people. The subway, I can kind of zone it out a little bit, but I've been like, it's like 4 a.m. and you're at the airport.
Noise litter.
It is noise litter. You're at the airport and someone's watching a movie or and I've
In Starbucks the other day.
and you like. I've moved away, but you're still at your gate and you're still trying to pay attention.
You do the quick head turn.
But what happens is everybody around them kind of glares and it's just like, we're all just going to, and everybody goes, yeah, we're going to have to be on a small plane with him soon.
Because
Like,
he's crazy. And if you confront him, it's like
it's
when
your
guys
fault.
take
They
their
flip
dick
it
out.
on you. Yeah.
It's when guys take their dick out, everyone goes, why are these girls freaking out? The guy just took his dick out. And it's like, because I don't know what else he's capable of if he is doing that. I know it's harmless, quote unquote, but if someone is crazy enough to be listening to a movie at full volume at a gate, and the normal thing would be like, hey, buddy, can you turn that off? No, it isn't, because that person is crazy.
yeah.
And they'll stab you.
And what's crazy about it is like, so I was in a Pinkberry and a mom was on
All
her
goes back to
phone.
Froyo.
Her mom was on her phone, like looking at social media, and her kid was watching a movie full-fledged. And I was like, and I was trying to talk to my friend, and I was like, can we just go? And we like walked and we went to a Starbucks. And I was just like, I can't. Like, she's raising like the worst person right now.
And
she's ignoring him, first of all. Like, they're both just in their own worlds. Like, there's no like how was school or whatever. But then she's raising somebody that thinks it's okay to watch this cartoon at full volume. I was gonna watch that cartoon later. I don't know what happened.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that's true. You've already seen it many times too.
No, it's a good movie.
Well, it was like in Starbucks, the guy was listening, but he seemed a little off.
Yes.
And
they're always off.
Yeah.
You're off. If you're listening to something at full volume, and there was a
It was
Reddit
hardcore
there was
rap.
a Reddit post the other day that was like, people who listen to things at full volume without headphones, why? And Reddit is like everyone. There are people that are reading that do, and no one wrote back. It's just people talking about people that do it. No one is accountable. I really want to know I want to talk to someone who has actually done it, and what's your thought process? My feeling is, it's just like the littering thing. You're so angry at the world because of your life that you need to act out, and you need to get attention, and you need to frustrate people because your anger inside, it has to like leak out, and that's just anger leaking out.
I do think it's a form of
this.
attention.
Yeah.
But then if nobody's willing to say anything, are you really getting what you want?
That's a good point.
I saw that on the subway one time, like an old white guy and then a young black kid watching and listening loudly, and then it turned into the white guy being
racist
and like out of touch,
Sure.
and you have an attitude, you can't handle this, you're in my city kind of
Right.
thing, and like everyone kind of flipped in on this guy being a grumpy asshole.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I don't know. So you can't really win in that
I'm gonna watch
situation.
the video of that confrontation on the subway without
Loud.
headphones.
Yeah, you should.
That's my new move.
Look, if it was a guy with like a hemp necklace listening to Dave Matthews, I could tell him to shut the fuck up so much easier.
Yes, I'm humiliated when I accidentally think that my headphones are plugged in and then it's blaring.
Yeah. I've done that with my set.
Yes.
Where I go to listen to my set and I'm just like, it seems really low, and I'm turning it up louder, and then I was like, so I was on that subway and you're just like, people know I talk about myself for a living.
But the reaction you have in that moment, it's like that would be to blare a song that you like a lot. It's so nuts. I think, what would yours be, Andrew? What would you do if society didn't deem it unethical?
Probably grab some tits.
I mean, yeah.
There's sometimes I just get an urge where I just see some great tits and I just want to be like, not like anything weird, just a little, like a fun thing, you know? And we're all like, yeah, that's fun. And then I go on my day.
I feel like my murder one was more acceptable.
I think so too.
I know it's bad.
Well, no,
but
I'm wondering, like you want to do this? Because this seems like the middle school kids' way of grabbing tits. Like, don't you want to like go like
what
that?
Is he doing a measurement?
If I saw a tit that I really liked and was like, wow, that's a good tit, I would want to go like.
Yeah,
like
you cut
that.
from
I wouldn't want to go
around.
like this. You're not getting a good.
It would be nice to get some skin.
Get this.
Like to go under.
To get, what do you mean? Get
To
some
go
skin?
under the shirt.
No, he doesn't want
or
just a
under-
shirt. He wants.
On the skin. Yeah,
I mean, that would
Well,
be even crazier. But like, yeah, I mean, a little grab. I don't think I'm asking much.
Are you gonna ask? Is there any asking?
No, there's no asking.
It's just going up and being like, these are lovely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
I
Also,
can't
I
believe you
sometimes wanna
don't already
punch-
do that.
So, I
Honestly,
do in my head.
you are so you do things
Sometimes
so
I-
often that you don't know you're doing them.
Mhm.
Where like I'll be filming. And one time it happened, I was filming in the green room before a show, and I just I was like talking, and then I put the camera on Andrew, who didn't know the camera was about to be on him, and he just was like, and then he pulled a napkin out of his mouth, a full napkin.
While I'm grabbing the waitress's tits.
Yeah. But he doesn't know that he's doing these things. So I'm like, oh my God, if his instinct is to grab a tit, I bet you've almost done it before.
I've almost done it. I've almost kicked someone downstairs. You know, like when people stand on the stairs, like I have that vision so strongly that I'm like, what if I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is Sparta him.
Yeah.
I hate those people so much that stand on top of the stairs. It's just like, it's not, I don't know. So the tits.
That seems just dangerous in general. You have 8 million people going down into the subway system, and you're going to make your phone call there? That's where you're going to make your phone call?
Sometimes people bump you and you just want to throw them in the subway tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little, like, have fun. Like, you know,
enjoy.
And grab their tits first.
Yeah.
On their way down. Just, you know? But, you know, it's, I don't know. Some dark things go on in my head.
I would like to be able to masturbate in public.
Yeah. But would people watch you?
No. But I just
so you'd be in your own like force field.
I think I would. No, I just wish it were. If it were acceptable, then it wouldn't matter if people watched me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it would be as innocuous as me scratching my arm.
So you want to be a monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like
Where
to.
It's just like, this is how I feel, and I want to do it now.
Because for me, the urge to masturbate does not come upon me that often, and when it does, I would like to seize it. And a lot of times, I'll be like on the train, and I'll get turned on, or somewhere that it's inappropriate to masturbate. And then by the time I get home, that desire is gone and I can't do it on my own.
Nobody thinks about the phrase "seize the moment" is inspiring the wrong people. Like, I'm starting to think that you see that and you're just like, but I can't seize the moment the way I want to.
Some guys being arrested for public exposure. I was seizing the day.
Carpe diem. I watched Dead Poets Society this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
My captain. It's like, dude, your dick's out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Standing on a desk.
Or picking my nose. I hate when you have like a really
Yours
good
are so,
old bug.
like, on you, though.
Get...
What would you do to someone else? Those are things that you do to yourself. Would you like to grab a penis?
No.
No woman feels that way. You guys are so disconnected to women. It's insane.
Oh my God! Grab a penis.
There's a little cuff of a cock.
When I don't see a penis, it's a good day. I feel that way.
Oh yeah.
But if it was like
I'm not saying I don't enjoy sex.
This
I just don't need to see
Argentinian
it.
soccer player,
Even then, I don't
want
to see his dick unless it is hard and about to go in me. Let's get into Dear You Up. Yep. This is where we read your mail into the show. Let's talk to you guys, our listener. You write into us, and this is where we address that. All right. This is from Jake Bowers, 17. Look. He said, look.
With a comma?
Look, dash. I just can't try anymore to be entertained by your show. You complain about not being able to find a loving and caring boyfriend one time, and then the next time you're talking about holding cum in your mouth for 30 minutes for a bit. For just you and some guy? That was the meat of the text that we got. There was more that he said, but that's all we got to. So
was that a question?
Yeah, he's like he's mad at me that I'm complaining that I can't find a boyfriend, but then he's mad that with an ex-boyfriend I did a bit where I held his cum in my mouth for a super long time for a joke.
Yeah, does that correlate?
I don't know that those are related.
I mean, but that's also where men's heads are at, which is if you want a boyfriend, you have to be kind of demure and you have to.
That's it.
That's really his point is that. If you want a boyfriend, if you want a husband, if you want to be seen as taken seriously as a woman, you have to act a certain way.
Can I spit this out right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do want a boyfriend. I've been holding on to this while. I thought that's how you get them is you hold on to their cum forever.
Yeah, but not for 7 years.
Well, it's been hard to keep it tucked away when I do stand up.
And you can bring it up whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Is it like chewing tobacco where you just kind of keep it like you're like, well, this is kind of the weirdest cancer. I just invented my own type of cancer. It's cum cancer.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about how women have a higher rate of cum cancer. And
Listen,
this is why we're here. I'm glad we brought this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do they want you to hold the cum for short, 30 minutes too long? Like, how long? What is the
hitting
right?
on it perfectly.
Yeah,
this
I think
guy's
you are
frustrated
too.
that I'm talking about being a gigantic slut bag, and that slut bags don't find loving boyfriends. And guess what? You're kind of right. I haven't found one yet.
I don't think
and
that's
I am a
true.
huge slut bag.
That's not true, though.
It's not true at all.
It's not true at all. I mean, I think if you're
Do
somebody,
you have cum in your mouth right now?
I brush my teeth a lot.
Yeah.
Nikki. Yeah.
We just went to the bathroom. That's
really
what
a
girls do in the
hygiene
bathroom
thing.
together is talk about all the cum in our mouths.
Yeah, I was just like, dude,
Swap
I've
it.
gotten this floss. It really helps with the cum. Just because we just trade secrets because we care about each other. No, I think the truth is that there's this belief that if you're promiscuous that you don't deserve somebody loving, and also that if you're promiscuous that you don't want something loving, or that if you're promiscuous you're somehow tainted. And none of those facts are true. Somebody that's you have to, I think there's going to be people that go, I enjoy sex and I enjoy having different partners, and I think as long as you're safe about it, I think that's really the key part that I think is non-negotiable. Be safe about it. Then you're just going to be with somebody that you can be open with. I have a friend that has a new boyfriend now, and she jokes about it. She's like, yeah, there was a lot of people before you, and you need to be okay with that. But I'm also not cheating on you. I'm not being a shitty person. I'm not being dishonest.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. If you're somebody that wants somebody that hasn't been with a lot of people, then that's your MO. That's what's important to you. But don't put that on me because you heard a show and it was like, you need to change your whole life if you want somebody to love you. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with you. And anyone that dates me has to deal with the fact that I talk about that kind of stuff on stage. So they're going to be confronted with it
Why would you want?
constantly.
Why would you
You're
want
gonna
be?
hold cum in your mouth. Like that's who you are,
Yeah,
Nikki.
and because I've held other guys cum in my mouth, I'm going to hold yours someday too, babe.
Yeah, don't.
And I'll do it for longer because I've trained.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
I'm an athlete and nobody talks about
I'll
it.
hold your cum forever.
I can do a 7-minute
Your
plank.
vows
Do
are going to
us
be
part.
awesome.
Right before I die, I'll swallow, but not until then. Until we are separated by death.
Your oral rinse
Does anyone
is so
have
weird.
anything to say about this? Does anyone have any problem? Oh,
Yeah.
it's just another girl with cum in her mouth.
When
Being like,
do
I
you
don't
let
think.
go?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's who you are, though.
Yeah, it is. But also, that being said, I don't like when guys want to like court me or take me out, and their first thing is like very sexual with me. Like, I feel like a lot of guys will lead with like, you're a whore and you do all these dirty things. I love that you love anal. I love that you like getting fingered. And I'm like, don't talk to me about that before I trust you. Like, I don't want to lead with that. So I guess I am sending mixed messages for some idiot men out there.
I mean, maybe, but also read a room. I mean, that's really what it comes
Rita
down to.
Rudner.
Yeah.
Great doc. Rita Ora.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. Like,
No, read a room. At the end of the day, if we're talking about books and you're just like, where do you like it fingered? And you're just like, come on, man. Like,
yes.
rather than like if we're sending sexy text messages or if we're being flirty, by all means. But it's like if you're asking me how many siblings I have and then it goes to fucking,
It's just guys will slide into my DMs and say disgusting things because they think that that's how they hear me talk on the radio, and that's how I just want to like lead off a conversation. I mean, there's probably a handful of men that could probably talk to me that way initially, and I'd be like, yes, and they're all famous.
But also, why?
And people I've already thought about fucking, not you, guy, that I don't even know what your profile is because it's on private and there's a picture of a dog on your like. I don't know who you are.
We're
Don't
allowed
offer to finger me.
We're allowed to see men as complex, but we're not. Like, as somebody that follows you, I can see that you're posting about like social issues. I can see that you're posting about shows. I can see that you're posting about something weird that might have happened. So it's like we're allowed to throughout the day and throughout our lives talk about various topics, but they have decided to corner you and be like, this is all that is important to her. This is all that she focused on, and this is how I'm going to lead in. Well, you didn't talk to me about Planned Parenthood. You didn't talk. You know what I mean? You didn't go through these other social issues. So it's just. Everybody's complex. Everybody has a time and a place that they want to talk about that. And I think a lot of people miss the mark. Not even just when it comes to men and women. Just I've had fans that'll go like right into like misquoting a joke, but then also like talking about something where I'm just like, this is not how you lead a conversation.
Yeah, I'm a freak on the stage and a lady in the streets. Don't come up to me and say disgusting things. Like at meet and greets, guys say such gross stuff. Oh, what did he say this past weekend? This guy brought me chocolate in Buffalo, which a lot of the fans brought chocolate because I guess they're famous for chocolate or something. And he brought it, and I go, oh, I thank you so much. I was like, I'll find some place for this. I'm vegan though, and so and he goes, oh, so you can fuck a bunch of guys without a condom, but you can't eat some dairy. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
First of all, those two have. I didn't say I fucked a bunch of guys without a condom. What are you like? You didn't. He chose to hear that out of my set because I talked about like using the pull-out method with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He like out of context, and then I'm like, are there? Yeah, I can. It can be both. I could fuck a bunch of guys without a condom and still not want to eat cow's milk.
I love the idea that you're just like, hey, if you're a slut, you can't have allergies or opinions or like it's like there's this fine line between, again, you can't see women as complex.
I'm not cum-toast intolerant. I don't think it's cruelty to animals to have a bunch of cum in me. But yeah, and so if there were cum in that chocolate, I would have gobbled it up.
Did you read the ingredients, Nikki?
There could have been. There always can be cum in chocolate when a fan is giving it to you.
Yeah.
You should always assume.
I ate them.
Andrew ate all of it.
I just licked around the chocolate. Do you want to ask 5 questions on Nikki and see who could get them right? Noah, maybe Noah asked the questions.
I actually think as because we're just, I would say that we're like friendly friends. You know what I mean? Like more peers. Like, you get to a point where you've worked with somebody for like 10 years on and on. It's not like a real office, but you know enough. But I
know their wardrobe.
But yeah, but I mostly wear overalls.
Yeah.
But I do think just being women, I could probably win.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Who's going to ask the
Who
question?
has
Is Noah or
questions?
do you ask us the question?
I don't even understand what kind of questions I'm asking. Okay.
Do we write it down or do we?
It would be something like, "What's your biggest fear?"
Or
Or like,
that's good. I like that. What is my biggest fear? That's a great one.
to never be truly loved.
Okay, that's good.
Son.
Okay, yours is wrong.
Not true.
If
You
said
are so
aging,
afraid of the sun.
If you said being
well, that's
ugly,
connected. Those are all connected.
Well, yes. Well, both are connected. Let me talk through this. The sun I avoid because I don't want to age prematurely, and aging prematurely means you're getting uglier and less attractive to men quicker. And so, it is the real fear is not being ever loved. And if I age, no one will ever love me. You're both right.
Yeah. All right, next one. These are fun. Or can we just connect everything?
What brings me the most joy in life?
My misery.
Great answer.
Hot men's attention.
Ding, 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 ding. How did you not get that one, Andrew?
I know. It was fun. I was having fun. And I think they both are connected. All right,
Yeah.
next. These are fun.
Oh God, I hate that it
Yeah,
all
it's hard
lands
that you have
upon,
to. Yeah.
What's the last thing that got me to cry?
Somebody not returning your text message.
A pig dying.
Interesting. Well, both are kind of right.
Yeah.
This pig didn't return my text messages.
Honestly,
A cop.
I cried yesterday in therapy. And not for a reason. It got me. I'm going to this new therapist that does this weird stuff where I'll just be like, and so I'm preparing for my special and I'm stressed out about it because I have to do this set tonight and then I have to do this and I don't know what the order of things is. And she goes, hey, can we just check in with your body right now? Can we just check in how that feels in your body? And I'm like, what does that mean? And she's just like, close your eyes and like focus on how your body feels when you're saying all this. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and I do it and then at one point we were talking about masturbation because she's a sex therapist and this is my second session with her was yesterday. The first one I was talking about masturbation. I was like, and I struggle with it. Like most of the time I just give up because it's too frustrating and it's like too hard to like have an orgasm. So I just like quit. And it's kind of like the same thing. I got a foot massage a couple days ago. And the foot massage was bad. And instead of like suffering through the 30 minutes of it, I just stopped the woman and was like, this is bad. I'm done. And it was just like unheard of. And I feel the same way about hookups. Like if a guy is bad, I just like will be like, put your dick away and leave. I can't tolerate I won't do things out of obligation anymore. And that
Good.
even goes towards myself. Like when I try to masturbate and it's taking too long, I'm like, I quit. I don't see anything through.
You're bad at this, Nikki.
I'm bad. You're bad. You're bad. Can you just do my nails?
Can you get a man?
Yeah. Can you get a man? Exactly. That's what I asked for from
What
the
you
foot
tell your
massage therapist.
dildo. Yeah.
So she was like, we were talking about masturbation yesterday. Because I don't know, what's your relationship with it, Liz? Are you willing to speak of that?
I mean, I'm not one of those people that's like does it all the time, and then there'll just be like a week where I'm just like it's endless. Like I just feel like I have these bursts of like And I don't know, and it's only been in my 30s that it's been like that. Like I would say from like 29 until now, it's just I'm sure if I mapped it out, I'd be like, I'm menstruating. You know what I mean? Or I'm
ovulating.
ovulating.
Yeah.
Thank you. But like, I don't know. I could go months.
And then there's sometimes where you go on like a streak.
And then there'll
every
be
day.
like 3 days in a row. And I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But it's not even, yeah, okay.
Do you do toys or just?
Mostly. I have a vibrator and I just keep buying the same one when it dies. Like it's
yeah.
been that reliable.
Instead of buying a battery.
Great.
Twice I've tried a different one and it was I did send one back. I was like, this is bad. This
tastes like grass.
Yeah, this tastes like grass.
Ready for radio.
Oh, here we go. Big road trip.
Hello. Hi.
You excited? Is that all you have?
Yeah. This is for, what is it? It's Tuesday. This is till Saturday.
Same as this.
That is disgusting. That's all you're bringing?
Yeah.
One backpack?
One backpack. You still have that old piece of shit.
I mean, this is my
No,
purse.
this is modern. But this thing.
This was a gift.
Your old Betsy.
This is old. I got this from TJ Maxx in 2011.
Looks like it's made out of duct tape. Look at this.
It
Look
is-
at this duct tape.
It is. The handle broke, so men were getting their hands sliced on it.
If you weren't showered, you'd look homeless with this.
If I wasn't showered?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like you look like, I mean, it's disgusting.
I mean, it is gross, but what am I supposed to do? It still works. Do you just like give
You
away
have a lot of
things?
money.
I know, but then what do I do? But then this is a perfectly good suitcase that I guess I could donate it.
No one would take it. Excuse me.
But like, I don't need. Sorry, sir. Sorry, all my stuff.
Is there a fire?
I didn't even know that. What is in there? What did he just go fix?
It's a critical system area.
Did you see him look at my bag? He was like, gross.
Yeah, that's why he's probably going in there.
Yeah.
Probably trying to. That's probably a fire hazard.
I mean,
Look at this thing. What do you have in there?
But here's the problem.
4 days.
Here's the problem with packing. So, as a woman, you have lots of serums that weigh a lot, like liquids. You have makeup that weighs a lot. You have blow dryer. You have shoes that weigh a lot because there's chunky heels. You have jeans that are actually weigh a lot. So all the heaviest things I put in my smaller bag. So this is all jeans, toiletries, shoes. And then all the light stuff goes in here because you've got to do under 50 pounds. I could fit everything into just this, but it would be over 50 pounds and then I would have to pay $200 more for it to fly. So you have to bring 2 bags. And I need all this stuff. Like I need 4 pairs of shoes for a 5-day trip.
I don't know. You can't condense
But I
it.
mean, like, what do you have in terms of toiletries?
I have, so this is what I do. If I stay at the hotel, I get toothpaste there and razors. So that I take that into account, that I know that it's going to be there. And it's free, so it's on. And then I have 1 stick of deodorant that I sometimes bring. And then I have a toothbrush.
Sometimes?
I have a Quip that you bought me, which needs a new head because that thing is looking dangerous. I don't even have bristles. It's just, yeah. And then I have my 3 shirts. I have 3 T-shirts.
When was the last time you brushed your teeth?
This morning.
Was it? I see some plaque.
3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of underwear, and then I wear these shoes on
But you're
stage.
gone 5 to 6 days. 3 pairs of underwear, that doesn't make sense.
I wear the same for 2 days. They're 2-dayers. They're thicker. They're made for.
How can you wear underwear 2 days in a row?
Because I wipe my ass.
I can't believe how little you bring on the road with you when I have all of this.
Do you think that when a husband, do you think that I should bring more stuff, or do you think that you should bring less? Or where?
No, I just want to acknowledge that it's not fair. And that men should be helping me with my bags, and no one ever does.
I carry your bag constantly.
When I ask you to. Men just, they watch a girl struggle with bags and they just go, it's so rare that I will seriously be walking like this and no one will ever make an attempt to carry my bag. Whenever you have, it's because I've literally left it next to you and been like, get it.
I've brought it upstairs many times. 4 flights.
Yes, because I've told you to.
And you pay me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm behind you with all my bags, like, and you're just with your little backpack on your phone, just going like, so where should we go later? And I have all my bags.
Yeah, and you pick the place to go.
I
But
think
then
I just want a boyfriend because I just want to like have someone carry my bags for me. I'm just tired of throw another one on me. Like, seriously? This is who I am.
I'll get this.
Yeah, thanks for getting my purse. Like, this is what's holding me back, literally, all this stuff. And everyone's like, oh, I don't, like, girls want boyfriends so that they can have Valentine's Day gifts or someone to brush their hair when they're feeling PMS-y. But it's like, just carry my bag. You just saw a clip from You Up with Nikki Glaser. Check here every Tuesday for a new clip from my radio show, You Up with Nikki Glaser.
From our radio show, with You Up with Andrew and Nikki.
Never.
Andrew Collin's radio show, who happens to have Nikki on sometime.
Okay, we all know that's not true.